You're listening to the very 75th episode of the Celtic Crack Podcast.
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, Jude.
What's happening?
Welcome back, Mikey.
Hey man, what's up?
Show your face, Mike.
How's it? Yeah, come over here and we see you. When we get a look, John.
I see my legs.
Are you going to do an old face reveal for the 100th episode?
Yeah.
Loads
If
of
we
people
make
have
it,
asked
like,
that.
you know.
Yeah?
If we make it.
Will ya?
Who says we won't make it, Mikey?
Or you could get hit by a bus tomorrow morning, Jude.
It's a gas one. I think an awful lot of people will be very surprised. I guarantee you loads of people think that they know what Mikey looks like. Do you know when you just like, even if you're reading a book or something, you just imagine what the characters look like if you haven't never seen them.
He sounds like he's ginger.
Yeah.
You sound like I'm ginger.
A few people have said that to me. That they had this idea of this like
You might as well be ginger.
kind of a chubby ginger fella. Chubby ginger fella.
Chubby ginger fella.
Couldn't be more wrong.
Yeah.
There's a bit of chub in his body.
Yeah.
Or ginger.
But
far
you
as
didn't
I
know
know.
I was Nigerian as well.
Yeah.
No one knew about that.
He's a 4'2" Indian with one of those sniper dogs in his foreign.
You look like Marty Morrissey.
Marty Morrissey, yeah.
Marty Marcy.
If Marty Morrissey played basketball or Limerick.
Did you ever play basketball, Mikey?
Never know.
You would have been handy at it.
Shoot, no.
Played, he's into the old GAA though, no?
Was it Gaelic or hurling? Hurling all the way.
Both of them.
What? Sure, of course.
A lot of them.
Do you
And
know?
Dublin get a fucking hammering yesterday, didn't they? By Kerry.
It did. I'm down to Killarney with the show of them. So,
Oh, did you go down?
No,
Why would you go down?
sorry.
What did they like Dublin? Like, are they not reigning champions, not?
No, Tyrone are.
Oh yeah, Tyrone, but
Well,
Dublin
was
before that.
Yeah, that's right.
But Kerry made a fucking handicap of them, didn't
Dashed
they?
them out of it.
Yeah, right job for them. Fucking.
So your mother's from Kerry.
No, my grandfather, yeah, my mother's father was from Kerry.
His
Kerry,
mother's
man.
His mother's from Sean Houston.
Sean Houston. Yeah. Hopefully now the fucking audio is sorted. Just in
Yeah.
case people were wondering about
Shit last week, wasn't it? Just as
Yeah.
I had two taken out, and I did not want to do this
Yeah.
last Sunday.
poor Jude was in an awful way.
I was fucking tormented and demented and fucking bent backwards over it.
I was up no hope.
Oh, stop it.
Check if you
And I tell you
Xanax.
one thing, man, if it wasn't for those like I've never taken ibuprofen before in my life, not even for a headache.
Yeah.
Like if I have a headache, I very rarely take a Panadol for it.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
normally
saying.
just sleep it off or something. But those ibuprofen, man, they're fucking unbelievable
Don't think I've ever taken them either.
for pain,
Just
man.
haven't taken most
you told me
things.
they got that Anbesol. Did fuck off.
Yeah. Nah?
No, not a
Anbesol is usually unreal, man.
It's like an alcohol solution.
Yeah, but it's anesthetic. Like
Yeah.
it fucking numbs the shit out of your gum usually. Yours must have been right bad. Is it alright now?
It's a massive hole there, like.
Yeah. So we're like, what the fuck? Like,
It's
was it
alright now.
infected or what?
Pain wise, it's grand. Like I'm still taking the ibuprofen, but I'm not taking them as much. Like I'd go through a sleeve. Like last week, I went through a sleeve a day, 12 a day. Like it was there. You're not supposed to take more than 6. You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
It's supposed to be very bad for your stomach.
It's easy for them to say
But
when
I
they're not
play
in
by
pain.
no one's rules. Only
Yeah.
the Gardaí shit.
Not even your own. Fuck that. But yeah, I was trying to explain what happened. The last episode that we actually did, our screen here that we look at, just clapped out, died completely, dead. So we just plugged it out and continued on the episode. It was very awkward because we couldn't look up stories. We didn't really know what we were talking about. But we came back then the next week, which was last week, set up the new screen and everything, thought everything was cool, and there was just this mad buzzing sound. We were here for about an hour trying to fucking do an episode, and we could not figure out what was wrong with it. Couldn't get rid of the buzzing sound, and yeah, there was a few other things that were
And
fucked
like
up.
I said, I couldn't have been happier. 'Cause
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it. I was just in tremendous pain.
Yeah, it was a nuisance. But I made sure to take a video of us here and post it because people would just be like, they just didn't bother their bollocks to go. We tried. We're back now anyway, and I hope that buzzing sound is gone because I will snap.
Yeah. Was
Snap
that
a burn the house
the
down.
week before last as well? We thought there was no sound there.
Oh, yeah. That was it,
That
yeah.
happened to me when I got home. The sound wouldn't work on mine, and you said you were listening to it.
Yeah.
So I X'd out of it on YouTube. I was watching on my phone. I X'd out of it on YouTube. And then I waited about 10 minutes, went back in, and the sound was perfect. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Yeah, that's your connection or something. Yeah, thank God, because remember that happened to us before, back near the start. We did a full hour in the old studio, full hour, and it was a great episode. Now we were all roaring, laughing the whole way through it, and at the end we were like, this is going to be a good episode. Played it, then we were all like this. Some stupid actions, no sound. I was like, turn it up, Mikey. Turn it up. Nothing. Second.
Anyway,
Nothing you
Mikey,
can do
make
then.
a tea, huh?
I am, yeah.
Double
Yeah,
him.
Back there in 10 minutes.
Sound man.
Huh?
Like he's enough to be doing.
He makes Eugene a cup of tea and himself a cup of tea, yeah? I'm here then tealess.
You had your tea.
And they wonder why I'm suicidal. How would you not feel ostracized like?
Ostracized.
When you're making tea for your best friend and you're leaving your other best friend out, your so-called other best friend.
Somebody has a word of the day calendar.
Did you buy a... Oh man, I don't even know what ostracized starts with. Is it arrow?
So,
I don't know. I think it's A. Is it? Ostracized?
Don't know.
Like Joy and Friends when you bought the book of the letter V. Was it encyclopedia or what?
encyclopedia, yeah.
Oh, we're going to talk about that Vesuvius? What a violent volcanic fucking whatever that was.
Volcano.
Oh, ostracized. It's ostrascize. Yeah, fucking... What's been going on this week anyway, lads? Last week? That about
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan has come under fire, as they say.
Why?
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my whole fucking life. There, like a load of loads of people are trying to get him cancelled and just trying to get him taken off Spotify for spreading disinformation about the whole pandemic and all this shit. Now, he had two of probably the most qualified people in the world to speak on this subject on his podcast, and they spoke about it. And now people are saying that he's spreading lies and this and that and the other thing.
What did they actually say about it?
Well, like they were basically saying like that a lot of this seemed like it was planned and that they're making it out. They're definitely saying anyway that they've blown this whole thing out of proportion and they've made it seem, a lot worse than it was the whole way through. All the figures are all fucking lies, like, all of the case numbers mean fuck all because the tests are dodgy and blah, blah, blah. And these are professionals now, like they're fucking explaining this thing in detail, like.
Yeah, the guy that fucking designed the mRNA vaccines. Like.
Dr. Robert Malone, he's one of the people responsible for mRNA technology, like, and that's what these vaccines are based on, like. And he's talking about it, and he was saying, like, as well, like, about the dangers of it and all that. He's advising people not to take the fucking vaccine, like. And this is the fella who invented the shit, and he describes what happens in your body when you take it and all, like. And he says, for this reason and this reason, if you're vulnerable or whatever, like, maybe take it, but even at that, like, you're only getting a tiny % of a fucking, help or whatever from it, like, benefit from it. So he says, like, for other people, like, when you look at the risks from catching COVID versus the risks involved with taking the vaccine, he was like, you're better off for, like, catching COVID, like, in most cases, like. And they don't fucking like that shit, obviously, because they want everyone to take it. So
Peter McCullough was saying that treatment earlier on was way better than.
But that's it, Jan. He was talking about how
the healthcare system was leaving it as late as possible to do anything.
Yeah, the advice they were giving out, like, throughout the whole pandemic was, if you catch it, stay at home until you can't fucking breathe anymore. If it gets to the stage where you can't breathe, ring us and we'll admit you to hospital. He's like, it's too fucking late at that stage. Like, they're not treating anyone. And any doctors who did treat people with well-known medication that's out there, like Joe Rogan used fucking ivermectin, and there's hydroxychloroquine and these other ones. They've been around for like 50 odd years or whatever, FDA approved. Fucking the efficacy of them has been proven over and over and over as antiviral and a whole lot. And he was like, anyone who did that, doctors were losing their license and everything for treating people. They actually stopped doctors from treating people, like. So it was all just about boosting up the numbers and forcing everyone to fucking take the shot, like. So obviously they don't like Joe Rogan giving these people a platform, because, like I was saying, like, your man Dr. Robert Malone was whipped off of Twitter for talking about it, like. Banned from Twitter, he was taken off LinkedIn, all these fucking things, like, so to basically deplatform them. Like, how does it get to the stage where the most qualified person on the fucking planet is not allowed to talk about it? Who is then, like, do you know what I mean? A lot of fools who don't understand. It's fucking insane, like.
It's CNN that are the main crowd that are going after him, like, and if you watch any of their news shows, like, Pfizer comes up at the end, sponsored by Pfizer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they say then,
Talk
like,
about
you said that they were talking about it being a plan. What was the plan?
Oh, to release a fucking virus and make everyone in the world have to take a vaccine.
That was the plan.
You look at the money they're after making from it alone. Even if it was just about money, there's people saying it's about this, that, and the other thing, whatever. Even if it was just about money, then fucking mission accomplished. Like, they've had the most profitable years
So that's why there's
ever.
such an ease on the whole on the COVID restrictions right now, is it?
I have no idea what's going on with that, man. I have no idea.
Britain's
Because-
just opened up
so
now.
far. What?
Britain's just opened up completely now.
Yeah.
Everything's off. Gone,
And-
masks, everything.
Here is almost opened up, but, like, I don't trust that at all, because then, was it today or yesterday, Austria have introduced mandatory vaccinations now.
That was a couple of weeks ago.
They've made it, man. a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Israel have vaccinated people 3 and 4 times. And
Yeah.
the highest rate of Omicron out of everybody.
Yeah.
So
Like,
it shows that
everyone, like-
vaccinations aren't working at all.
Any professional out there now is coming out. There's more and more and more people coming out now and saying like that people who are vaccinated are more susceptible to COVID at this stage. Like, do you know what I mean? They're catching it easier. Like, but it still doesn't seem to be doing anything to anyone. Like the fucking Egypt. Is it Australia where your one? She's a politician. She's coming out every day with the daily death count.
That's New Zealand.
New Zealand. That's one of them.
Arlene
It's
Foster.
Whatever her name is anyway, the fucking Egypt. She comes out every day and she'll say something along the lines of, "Oh, sadly, we have 21 deaths to report today. Out of those 21 people, 12 of them were triple vaccinated, 6 of them were double vaccinated, and blah, blah, blah." And there's nearly all vaccinated people. And then it was like, and out of those, one person was in his 60s, 5 people were in their 70s, 6 people were in their 80s, 4 people were in their 90s. And you're there going, what are you talking about? Like, you're reporting people who've just died of old age. You're talking about people in their 90s have died. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Even if, like, oh man, they probably didn't die of COVID. And even if they did, anything would have killed them. Like, so, like, the rest of us don't have to worry about that. Like,
But if we go back like to look at Joe Rogan, like what happened was fucking ridiculous. Like this 270 doctors came after him. First of all, with their petition, like to get him out of Spotify, rip him down.
yeah.
And then after that, then what happened? Fucking they pulled 110 episodes off, and they brought up these old news stories of him saying the N word. Like,
Yeah.
and you know, so it's basically they're just trying to find anything they can.
Anything at all to cancel.
Yeah.
Just fuck
Anything,
over, like.
That's
anything
like-
to make him look like the
That's
bad
just
guy.
pure childish behaviour, man.
Yeah, but that's like what a sorry state of affairs. Like, Joe Rogan's fucking podcast is probably the only place on the planet now where you can actually hear qualified professionals give their opinion on this. Like, if it doesn't match the fucking narrative that we're hearing in the news, you're not going to hear it anywhere else. You'll be cancelled, you'll be banned, you're not allowed to say it.
all
like-
the comedians that are friends with him now are tweeting like, you know, they're trying to get him silenced before the next election, like, because they don't want him talking about anything like that, because he's so influential now that he basically overpowers.
That's it, like,
Politics and shit.
He has a bigger audience than most of the mainstream news channels over there. Like,
Joe
do you
Rogan for
know,
president.
millions
11
of
million
listeners.
listeners on Spotify or something.
Sick, yeah.
I should
it's
really get
fucking-
into his podcast, but I'm not a man for podcasts. Man.
Yeah, it's an odd enough podcast because like every episode will be completely different from the last. Like, do you know,
Yeah.
like he could be just chatting with one of the lads one week, just like us here now, just having a slag and just taking a piss, and then the next week he's talking to the most qualified fucking scientist in the world. You know, it's strange. Like, he's in a mad old position. But yeah, they're just trying to catch him now with everything and paint him out to be this fucking bad guy who's spreading misinformation. And
I'd say they never let a fella get as famous as him again outside of the loop, like, you know,
yeah.
because it's just doing too much damage to their reputation now.
Mm.
So that fucking clip of, there was a clip of him where he was saying, oh I got COVID. And
Yeah.
he showed like CNN's version of him saying that. And then the normal filter, they put this fucking filter on him that made him look like he was dying, like
Yeah.
a pasty looking filter. I'll try and get it up here.
Yeah, and he shared it himself as well, like, to be like, what the fuck is this? Like, he looked alright in his own video that he posted online, like, and they made him look sick then. Yeah, it's deadly, man. But like, it's ridiculous how freedom of speech is just gone, like, do you know what I mean? I can't get my head around how they think it's okay. But it's like, we're over here, and who are we listening to? Telling us about this, telling us that we should go and take the jab and take the booster and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Those people that are telling us that haven't a fucking clue what they're talking about, like.
Yeah.
They genuinely have no understanding of how the fucking vaccine works or the effects it has on your body. None whatsoever.
See that there now, Joe?
And then the person who understands it tells you, oh, be careful of this. And they're like, oh, you're not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
And he knows what he's talking about, like.
See this here now?
Yeah.
That's the CNN's version of it, and that's the real version of it. So they made him look like he was fucking
He looks
dead.
at, yeah,
His
man.
skin
He's
looks
at,
grey.
He's at death's door there, like. I mean, that facial expression isn't helping either, I mean, 'cause he looks as if he's in serious pain too, like.
Yeah, but see what happened then? A few people that I've never heard of pulled their music off Spotify in protest.
Neil Young, you ever hear of
Best
him?
of luck. Oh yeah, Neil Young was, I've heard of him alright. I couldn't
love
tell you one
Neil
of his
Young,
songs,
man.
but I know his songs, like.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Surely you've heard that show.
Never
Sing
heard
more
of
of it. Sing all his songs there so I can see if I know
I
him.
think more fuckers. Oh, man, I
Will I
listen
get
to
you a
him all the time
guitar?
inside the car. Do will
Neil
you?
Young. I know some of his songs, but I couldn't give a fuck if
But
he's
did
on
he put
Spotify
himself
or
on
not.
Spotify?
Yeah, in
Just as well I
protest.
listen to fucking YouTube music then, isn't it?
Yeah, there's him
Because I
and
listened
another
to him
few.
on YouTube music.
Yeah,
Uh.
there's another few Egypts there as well that did it. Like, fuck off, like, do you know, like, man, I don't know. It's so weird the way things are gone that, like,
On this
freedom of speech
part
is just
smoke.
gone. Like,
I'm singing away here like a fucking monkey.
Like a hurricane.
yeah, I don't know any of these songs. Oh, Like a Hurricane. Yeah, I think I know that one, alright. Like a hurricane. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's the
You
one.
got it.
Fuck him anyway.
Harvest Moon's a good
But you can't, like in fairness, he's not even under saying mad shit like he's not under saying this is all a conspiracy, blah blah blah. He's not saying any of that. He's not saying you shouldn't take it and blah 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 blah. Do you know? Like he's just letting a professional put his opinion across, like, and give his perspective, and like, yeah, that you're not allowed to do that. That's insane. You'd say something now if he was just a big famous guy who had his friends on there saying all this shit and they don't understand what they're talking about. That's dodgy, do you know? But that's not the case, like. And then this one coming out with all the clips of him saying the N-word.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good, like.
Some timing
He
on
fucked
it.
up there. There's like, in nearly every case, he was saying things like, so they were calling you the N-word. No, but he wasn't saying N-word, he was saying the actual word, like. And he was saying, so they were calling you a N-word.
Ending in A.
But like I'd say, like in his head, he thought it's fine to say it that way because he was just saying what the other person was saying. He wasn't going to a black person and calling them that, you know, or whatever. Like he was just saying the word.
Shouldn't be a problem like that then if there's no hate behind it, man.
I know, but that's what he was thinking. But it's still just, man, when you see the clips, it just looks bad, like, you know.
He was
And
saying,
even me, I was thinking as well when he was saying it. I was like, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem with just saying the word, like. But then when you see a white person saying it over and over and over, you're just like, oh no, stop
But
saying
shit
it,
like
man.
that, man. Like, I mean, like they're not going to be happy until you're going to be able to fucking. You're going to have to drive down the road listening to Tupac in your car on your own. And you're censoring yourself when that word comes up.
Tim Dillon was doing a good bit on it this morning, like you were saying. Yeah, he was saying Nutella, not Nutella.
Oh yeah. Fuck's sake.
Since when do you wear a watch?
Oh, me? Oh, I got that for Christmas.
Did you get that for Christmas?
After Mrs. Yeah.
Fucking watch, like.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Can't even tell the time.
I can't tell the time by these kind of watches at all. It's the first thing I said when she gave it to me. I was like, oh, that's unreal now. And then I paused and I was like, can't tell the time by it though.
29.65.
Why? Yeah, no, I can tell the time by these alright. But it just takes me a second.
I didn't doubt
you. No, but did you not know that? I'm genuinely shit with them, like, because I've always had
with the hands.
I've always had, an analog, like, with the hands. I've always had a digital fucking watch all my life, like. So I just look at it and it says the time. So I've never had to get used to these, like, but obviously I know how to do it.
I
but
have no
I'd have
problem
to
with
look.
those watches or digital, but I do have a problem with the 24-hour format.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I always wrapped my head about.
No.
I don't have a problem with it no more, but when I was younger I did.
Yeah. Yeah, my missus anyway thinks it's fucking
1900 hours?
hilarious that I'm shit with these watches. Like, surely that's common, like. Surely there's people who just had a digital watch forever and never bothered looking at these, like.
Nah,
just
special.
me. It's just like a whole fucking whole new level of laziness, like. Like, I don't need to fucking.
We'll be potty training you next.
Yeah. I wear it on my right hand as well. Is that pure weird?
Yeah, that's the gay hand.
Yeah, it's a gay hand. Yeah. Same as the earring on the right hand.
Ah, lads, I didn't even know I was gay then. Fucking hell. So what's the story? Any EV looking for a Feek or what?
Yeah, man.
Turns out I'm gay, like.
Might as well have for a Feek. He's the bedroom door open and all,
Yeah.
He's the bedroom door open anal.
Yeah.
He's not gay. I've heard big news about him now recently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, big nose. A baby boy on the way.
Baby bye, apple of my eye. What you gonna call him?
Don't know, man. Don't know.
Nailers.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. That poor young fella. Oh, man.
Jude's a lovely name, isn't it?
Jude, yeah.
Lovely name, isn't it?
Imagine, yeah, fucking Leon was on to me as well. You could call him Leon if you want.
Of course.
Sound of him. Yeah, mad, man.
If you want,
mad,
he's actually giving you permission, was he?
Yeah.
You can call him little 3 screens if you want as well.
Little 3 screens, imagine. Yeah, it's something Irish anyway. Gonna have to be an Irish name.
Feek the RA. Feek the RA.
Cheer
Feek
up.
Can't get more Irish than that. Feek the RA.
Feek the RA.
And there is the title for your podcast.
Feek the RA. Yeah.
Ah, stop. I was depressed there for the last 10 minutes, but after coming out of my fucking
Yeah, mad, man. Fucking like, Jesus, having a son. It's exciting shit.
It's completely different to having a daughter, like, isn't it?
Jesus, I thought I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I ever had a daughter. Like, you know, I'd be like, what would I do with a little girl? Blah blah blah. But then once it happens, it's unreal. Like, but yeah, for a brief moment there, like I was convinced it was going to be another girl, and then we did the whole pop the balloon thing, like just at home, and when the fucking blue stuff with everywhere, just like
I saw your
pure,
Snapchat
just
as well,
yeah,
the small one.
stunned, like yeah, fucking stunned. Yeah, it's class. All good.
What's it like to be a father? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows soon enough though, Mikey? It's, Mikey plays this old card like he's an island and he doesn't want
you'll know all about it when you get your Mickey wet, Michael.
he'll meet the right one of these days, and I'd say we won't see him no more.
Yeah.
I've an awful feeling that's going to happen.
Come back out to countryside again.
Yeah, he'll be out fucking...
The townies left him around me.
Yeah.
Be having a podcast in an open field.
Want nothing to do with the townies or city schlickers no more.
Oh, we'll find you, Mikey. We'll fucking find you, boy.
You're not blacking out houses out there, sure.
Towny bastards.
Mike is determined to be a bachelor for life. I tell you that, I have an awful feeling he's going to meet someone and we won't see him no more. Yeah. He's the only one holding out. Everyone else is all loved up in relationships now.
When he does that face reveal, good luck, man. They're all going to want that jump on you, Mickey. Every one of them.
Yeah.
Only 25 episodes to go.
And fucking our audience on TikTok is what, 87% men, like.
Yeah.
I'll shock them here. And probably 27% of that are homosexuals.
Probably a lot more than that, I'd say.
Most of them up jacking horses and fucking on quad bikes.
Yeah, of course they are, yeah. Knocking down garden walls.
They'll come across all sorts.
Slapping Gardaí and one another.
TikTok is a mad thing these days.
Man,
like,
I fucking love the app. Like,
it's
I
good,
love the app. I wouldn't go on it for ages because it was pure for single mothers at home and shit. That's the vibe I got from it. But then, man, I was bored in during the pandemic. I wasn't working. I downloaded it. And it's got its good days and bad days, but overall, I love it.
Yeah,
it's good. Just to get a good crack off it, and you get handy little tips off it as well, man. I made a phone holder out of a fork.
Oh, yeah.
And that was from TikTok. And that's one of the proudest moments of my life. You bend back the prongs. You bend back the prongs in a certain way, and you can lay your phone in it like that. And the back of the fork then is back that way. You know what I mean? I can actually fall asleep now watching the documentary on my phone without the fear of my phone falling over.
I was supposed to eat your dinner.
That is unreal.
Without lying in bed in fear.
Hi, sure, look, fucking, I've got a load of knives and spoons. I sellotape a few knives together. Stab it.
Let me get my knifey spoonie. Scar's alright, like the way it was a fucking little thing for kids doing little mad dances, all these dance routines. Then all of a sudden adults started doing them. That was the cringiest thing ever. It was like, just stop doing that shit. Yeah. And then now everyone's on it. It's everything and anything now. It's after blow. I think it's just the format of it, where it's nothing else but just flicking through video, and it's quick, it's straight into the video. Then like there's no like, you know, like when you go onto YouTube, like, hey guys, blah, 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 and they talk for 5 minutes before they get to the point, like. Yeah. Whereas TikTok is just boom, straight into the point, like.
Big pair of tits.
That's the way people want things these days, like, no, it's just
I hear
everything
you're a rapist
on demand.
now, Mason.
Oh yeah, we've had a lot of people asking us. That was a fucking smooth transition there.
I hear you're a rapist now, Mason.
He is a fucking rapist, according to what's been said, anyway. Yeah.
There's some sadness behind those eyes, and I wouldn't fucking blame you.
This fucking Mason Greenwood fella, if any other people out there are like myself and not a football fan, he's a fucking... I'd never heard of him before because I know absolutely nothing about football.
I'm not a football fan either, man.
You would have heard of him.
I would have, man. He's with fucking Manchester United. Like you'd hear most of the players from Manchester.
I couldn't name two players.
I knew the name Mason Greenwood, but I had no idea what he looked like.
He's fucking young, isn't he? 20. Scumbag.
I think like when a young fella like that just goes from being poor to rich, like 0 to 100, I think they just fucking lose their mind. I think they're God, like.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, a lot of them do seem to think they're fucking. They should just get whatever they want whenever they want. To get used to that quickly because they have people around them who are just fucking bending over backwards, trying to be around them and saying yes to everything and oh you're so great and blah blah blah. And then when someone says no, they're just like, what do you mean no? Like you can't say no to me. You know? Did you hear the audio that? Like sure, I'm just gonna fucking say what this is in case people don't know, but it's fucking Mason Greenwood, footballer. There was videos, pictures, and audio from recordings that his girlfriend made, all released online. She says she didn't do it. Apparently her phone was hacked or stolen or something like that.
Yeah, that's what her father came up and said.
But like, yeah, it could be a fucking case though, man. But anyway, these were all about him just abusing her physically, fucking mentally, and fucking sexually.
There was an
which
audio
is
there. Apparently
fucking-
that was from 2018, though, that audio.
Yeah, where he was telling her, she was saying, I don't want to have sex with you, and he was telling her, shut the fuck up, and forcing himself on her. Like, the fucked up thing about it, like, that's rape, like, do you know what I mean? That's him raping his own missus. And a lot of people think, like, it's not rape, he's with her, like, that's his...
It's rape, it is
She
rape.
said
She
fucking,
doesn't want
she's in
sex
the
and
in
he's
the
forced-
recording saying she doesn't want to have sex, and he's telling her, shut up, you fucking twat, and
Get your legs
telling
up.
her, yeah, and if you push me again, see what'll happen to you, and this kind of shit, like, do you know, little fucking bitch carrying on like that. Like, there's something seriously wrong there. Like, if you even want to have sex under those circumstances, like, if you had to go through all that with your missus to have sex, like, what the fuck is wrong with his brain?
But like Mikey
Do you know?
said, man, he's so rich at a young age, man, he thinks he's unstoppable.
Yeah,
He's in for
he's
a road
fucking,
awakening,
he's
man.
not.
I think he's going to get all the sex he wants in prison anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
All these sponsors now, Nike and all these, and FIFA, you know, the video game thing, they've all pulled him out of it, like, and
Yeah.
disassociated themselves with him, like, so
Even
he's over, his career's over now, like, you know,
yeah, Man United have come out and said that anyone who bought a jersey with his name on it, you can send them back and they'll return or exchange it for a different player's name, like. So, like, they haven't, like, it hasn't gone to court and nothing has been proven yet, blah blah blah. But like, fucking judging by the stuff that was released, like,
He should have
he
to
looks
get
like a
done,
little
man.
fucking scumbag. And man, the point I was going to make, like, the way she said that she didn't release that stuff, I'd have a feeling that she's saying that because she's after getting awful abuse online from all these little wanker Man United fans who love him. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, this story now will be shared on social media and all the comments underneath it are lads saying, fuck her, gold digging bitch, blah blah blah, she had nothing before she met him, and all this kind of talk.
So she should let him rape her.
Yeah, exactly. She should just shut up about it, is it?
Yeah.
Because he gives her money and shit. Like, there's no amount of money that you can give someone that fucking makes it acceptable to rape them and beat the shit out of them whenever you feel like it. Your own missus, like, you're so fucking... What the fuck? Like, you can be a fan of someone, like, but Jesus Christ, like, going along with shit like that.
They're all young, though, no?
I don't know what the fuck
don't
they are.
understand it themselves. Like.
Fucking hell, like, there's victim blaming now and then there's that kind of shit, like, where it's like, just because he's rich and he's, like, at the end of the day, because he's good at playing football, he saw, he should be allowed to rape a woman if he wants to.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's insane, like, absolutely insane. Not so United. Man United woes intensify in dressing room rift over Star's decision to ditch Mason Greenwood following rape arrest. Yeah. But that's it, man. Like, he deserves whatever the fuck he gets now at this stage anyway. He's done. Need, like, in fairness,
He's
there's
done
no...
so young as well, like, at
Yeah.
the start of his career.
Fucking idiot. I would have no sympathy for him anyway. Yeah,
Was
we
it
got
him-
loads of people asked us to talk
Wasn't it
about
him
this.
and wasn't there a Man City player as well? The two of them fucking, they were coppering underage girls back to the hotel room or something like that, no?
I can hear this now.
No,
I think that
fuck.
was one of the boys was saying that inside more. This was a couple of years back, maybe 2 years ago or something.
You mad shit about footballers, like, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many of them, like, there's always going to be a few scumbags doing stuff like that.
Yeah. I'd say it is easy for, you know, to go from being a nobody to being this big fucking star with loads of money and blah blah blah, and you can get carried away. But fuck you when it comes to fucking raping people, like, or underage, or fucking assaulting their missus and this and that. Like, this shit's just never okay, no matter who the fuck you are. Like, people justifying it need to stop with that shit, man. And this business is of just because he was her missus, somehow that's all right. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't get my head around people who think like that. It's fucking ridiculous, like. Yeah, it annoys me.
It does, yeah.
You can't tell. I'm pure fucking, I hate that shit. Like. Yeah. These, we'll move on to these lads. US officials warn Russia is preparing full-scale invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on there. We got one of the questions that we got sent in was from John Murphy. Said, with the Russians pissing about just off Cork, where would you send them to practice with their weapons with free reign? England.
Yeah. Straight up.
Send them off to England. I don't really know
Stay
what
away
the
from
fuck is.
Scotland. You can do what you want in Wales, but definitely England.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do what you want in Wales.
Yeah.
Wales is grand. Just England. I don't really even have a problem with England. It's just, you know, it's that history. But
What are our fucking fishing boats going to do to them? Like,
yeah,
jeez.
Man,
boys
them old hooks
outside.
can be sharp, like.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
Did you see?
Throwing a net over someone. Very nice.
Did you see the fucking American news taking the piss out of us and all over it? They were like, Russian Navy ships are off the coast of Ireland, and the Irish don't have any military really to speak of. They have no military radar. But what they do have is angry fishermen.
Yeah.
And they said they're going to do something about it themselves. And your mum thought it was very funny. Could you imagine the boys out there on the little boats shouting up, fuck off out of it?
Those country Kerry and country Corkmen are a different breed, are the bastards, aren't they?
I said, oh man, if it's Putin's boys, I would just fucking turn a blind eye anyway. I don't care what they're doing out there. Because they would think nothing of sinking their ship in 2 seconds. They'd be just like, fuck you, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
They'd been out there before doing this and nothing said about it. Like.
Probably, yeah. But Putin, man, just of all the world leaders, that man does not give a fuck. Like,
He doesn't
remember
care.
the last time? Wasn't it the Ukraine he went into the last time as well? It was only a few years ago. Crimea, yeah. And then the US were like putting pressure on Russia and imposing sanctions and blah blah blah, and Putin was just like, don't care, do what you want. He was like, who the fuck made you world police, and who is this fool to tell me what to do? Like, he's like, yeah, okay, impose all the sanctions you want, we're still gonna do it. Like, he just doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's not the type to back down. Like, so I don't know, I wouldn't fancy, going up against one of his ships out there. I'd say the boys with the same attitude, they'd be like, yeah, Putin doesn't care if we sink him. Putin would just tell the Irish government, imagine the Irish government contacting him, oh, you sank one of our ships. He'd probably just write back, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Oh, man.
But there's been no hassle anywhere so far, like, is there?
It's weird.
They moved off a bit further as well, didn't they? They kind of stayed away from the Irish waters.
I'm not sure, man, to be honest. But
yeah, they kind of moved down towards kind of Spain, Portugal, kind of lower down. Like.
Yeah, it's warmer, I wouldn't blame them.
yeah. It's weird though, man, how isn't it Russia, China and Iran that are all out there together doing these, like, what are they? They're doing these, like, training exercises and shit, like, together. So who were they planning on ganging up against? America.
They're worried about China as well.
Yeah, but isn't China with them? China's with Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So China and
North
Russia.
Korea.
North Korea, what?
North Korea would be with them as well.
Yeah. Probably. It's, yeah, like all along there's been tensions between America and China and America and Russia for ages, like. And now to see Russia and China out there practicing for war together, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Imagine they bombed the bollocks out of America.
They outnumber us 5-1, like.
Who?
China.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
The Irish? They outnumber the Irish 5-1, a bit more than that, yeah.
No, they outnumber Americans, sorry.
They're about 1.4 billion or something like that.
They have more than the Indians, haven't they?
Largest army in the world.
Yeah, and they're fucking, like, when they say military precision, like, that really applies to China. Did you ever see them, like? But then I don't know.
Something before about the Chinese, man, and their fucking uniform that they wear. They keep their posture straight, they're doing their lapels and their collars of their yokes. They stick pins. Yeah. So they keep their heads straight up like that. They can't go down.
So they get spiked if they drop their head. Won't be fucking put it past them, man. Lunatics.
And see what they used to do years ago, man. It was the ancient, what do you call it, art? The ancient art of foot binding. It was sexier for women to have smaller feet. I think we spoke about this on a podcast before, but what they used to do was they used to break the bones when they were younger. They used to curl the foot back up, would say the toes, would say that's the palm of the foot or that's the sole of the foot, and then they bend the toes up like that.
Under the sole.
So they'd have one, like, just a big toe pointing out, and their foot would be like maybe about 6 or 7 inches.
Jesus.
Sick, man. And there's a photograph of an old woman there.
Christ.
She's taking off her shoe and her fucking foot is just bent back. See if you can get it up, Mikey.
Would it really fucking bother you that much? That was just
apparently it was sexier to have smaller feet back then. We're talking 200-300 years ago in China.
That was just one dictator now who had that opinion and enforced that. Like, because who the fuck? Why foot binding?
That's sick, man.
How is that sexier? It's fucking their feet are disfigured. Yeah. The fuck?
This was like fucking 200-300 years ago.
Just that it looks nicer with a shoe on. Her foot is actually.
With small toes, come over.
Look at that foot, man. Her foot is after taking down the form of the fucking shoe, like. Man, the heel and everything. Yeah, that's not right.
That doesn't even look human.
God damn. No, that shit's not good, man. They have some mad shit, man. The fucking place, like, even today, like, it's still a pure communist country, like, isn't it? But do they say that it's not or something? Or it's
China?
Not, yeah.
People's Republic of China.
Yeah, but it's very communist-y, isn't it? It's very
Sure, if you go over there
totalitarian.
as a tourist, like it's nearly the same as North Korea. You're only able to go to certain places where
In
it's
China?
nice, like, yeah.
I didn't think it was like that in China.
No, I
no.
didn't think it was like that either. I know it was like that in North Korea, all right. You have to get fucking
Tour guide.
tour guides.
Yeah, to just show you a few nice spots. And look,
This-
we have many nice things. And now go home. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, and you can collect your phone at the airport.
Yeah, fucking crazy places, man.
You can take that off the screen, no, Mikey. It's disturbing.
Disgusting by my stomach. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck?
But
is
like,
Joe Biden
everyone's talking about oh man, Joe Biden. But everyone's
He's a
talking about World War
disgrace,
III.
isn't he?
Why? Like, I don't know what's after happening. That's caused all this. Looks like everyone's getting geared up for it. But like, talk
Low
about
on
a bad
resources.
time. Talk about a bad time. Everyone is just withered, like, at the moment. With the last fucking 2 years we're after having, who's up for a war, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. Just like, let things go back to normal for a while. We didn't have a war in like fucking 100 years or something. Chill out. Place is just fucked already as it is. So now, how much more do you want to do?
No. Any questions from the audience?
We have a few from there, alright, now. There must be more news than we were. Rosie over in Scotland, dear Mikey, she said, I'm running low on offensive jokes. Need some taking the Mikey, please. Hashtag the softly spoken savage. That's you, Mikey. That's you. Mason Greenwood, Mason Greenwood, Mason Greenwood. They're all asking this. Mason Greenwood again. Where else are we? Oh yeah, with the Russians. When's Walshy and Russell back? That's from I don't remember who that's from, but
Russell's grounded. Once she's in a
Russell's
relationship.
grounded. Yeah, just in case people were wondering as well, like, because I was looking back at the first episode that we did back, like, we were taking the piss and we were saying, remember, we were like, we're selling the 2 microphones, it's just going to be me and Jude from now on and all this, and fuck everyone else, blah, blah, blah. There's no, like, issue there with the lads or anything, like, just, yeah, fucking, they'll be back, I suppose, at some stage, but Walshy seems to be taking a bit of a sabbatical from everything at the moment. He's not really doing the whole Walshy unit thing anymore or anything like that. And
It's an awful lot to fucking take to have under your belt, man, especially if you're not getting paid for it.
yeah. It's a
I mean,
lot
your
of,
fans out there, you're trying to please, but
Yeah.
you're doing it at the fucking price of your own mental health. Like, that'd wreck my head. Like, no matter how many people I make laugh, I'd always feel like it was under pressure.
yeah,
and not
you
getting
are,
any
of
money for
course, yeah. Always, like, if you don't post something in a few days, you know, and then if you post something, then that wasn't that
But
funny.
then you can see
you
then
know.
that if you're not posting something and you see that your followers are dropping, I mean,
Yeah,
that's another reason why I hate social media.
yeah. It's all head wrecking.
It is not good.
But I don't know what the story is with Walshy. I don't know if it's any of that stuff or what. Like, I think he's just a bit fucking sick of doing it. He was doing it for years. Like, he might go back doing it again in a while. I don't know.
If we were in his cafe, he'd make me a cup of tea, though.
Fuck's sake.
Not a bother to him. Leave the tea bag stew there for about 22 minutes.
There's a pot of tea on for you. So.
He would, of course, yeah, man. And a pizza. And a fucking pit. And do you know what? He'd fucking straight into the freezer and he'd dig out the Ben & Jerry's as well. Do you know why? Because he's my best friend.
Walshy's your best friend, is he?
Yeah.
That's alright, Jude. That's grand. Remember that now.
Yeah.
Um,
That's Jude scratched off the baby names, is it?
yeah, it's gas. It's gas though, the way people will like see us and they'll like put 2 and 2 together and come up with 6 straw. Because I'd say the people thought there for a while that there was probably beef with us and you or something because you weren't on for a few episodes.
I was
Naked
addiction.
that like
That's why I wasn't
people,
on it.
yeah, but people were messaging me and I go, what happened with Jude, man? When's he coming back on and all this? And I was fucking living with you at the time. Like, I was like going home, well, Jude, what's happening? Yeah, great episode tonight, whatever. So
Lang or strong.
people are probably thinking like that we fell out or something. So yeah, there's no beef or anything like that, lads. Just
As you can see, we're talking again. Again, we never stopped talking.
yeah. This one from Donnock. Is Ireland going to have a Paddy's Day this year?
From where?
That's a good question. Donnock.
Who's Donnock?
That's the fella's name.
Oh, you said from Donnock. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This one from the. Oh, I thought you were about a bird from a place called Donnock.
Oh no.
Shut up, mind me, man. Where is that tea?
Yeah, it's fucking what is it? March 17th, isn't it?
Yeah, there's an extra
Paddy's
bank
Day.
holiday or something this
That's
year.
right, yeah, this year.
An extra bank holiday?
Yeah. And
Yeah, we had no like Paddy's Day
You
was
get triple
cancelled.
time, no, what, Joe?
Well, I laughed myself. What's his name? What's his name? Yeah, Paddy.
St. Patrick.
Paddy's Day. It was cancelled last year, wasn't it?
And the year before.
And the year before as well. Lads, I like it.
It's been 2 years, man.
Yeah, it's very confusing in my brain, this whole pandemic thing, because people have been saying for the last 2 years, since ages ago. Do you know what I mean? When did it start? Like
2020, January 2020 is when everything started getting the restrictions.
Yeah, there was
March.
March.
It was March.
Oh, it was
the
March.
March was the
lockdown
first
started,
lockdown,
like,
wasn't it? That was 2020. So it'll be 2 years this March.
In
You see,
March.
it's still not even 2 years, but since about fucking 5 or 6 months ago, people have been saying the last 2 years. Do you know? In my head, I was like, it's only a year.
Because I think coronavirus first came on the scene in November 19, was it not? Was it around then?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they were talking about it. No one was really worried about it because that's a thing over in China. Then all of a sudden they were like, everyone in Italy is dying. They're all dying. The hospitals are full.
Coffins.
Blah, 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 blah. Turns out, wasn't the case at all. Not at all. Was it 97% of the deaths that they reported that they said were from COVID, they weren't, they were from other things. Like, that's all out there now as well. Like, that's real.
Fake news.
It's like fucking hell. Like, you're a conspiracy theorist then if you say this, even though it's fact. Fucking hell. Oh, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the whole thing, sure, won't we? Paddy's Day, if there's a Paddy's Day this year, be a mental one.
I'm getting langers for that.
Imagine.
I stop now.
Just for one day, sure. Fuck it. Go mad. Yeah.
Fucking tie you up with something or something. You have to tie you up or something.
Might have to tie me up, yeah.
Yeah.
Tie me up next to your kettle on, Mikey, will you? Make sure it's boiled.
Jesus Christ.
He's still going on about the tea. Do you want to stop off my tea?
No, will you? No, you have sugar in it, don't you?
Yeah.
Steamer.
Just one.
Just one. One is still more than zero. Like.
You don't want none because you're sweet enough, is it?
Oh, stop the lights now.
Sweet enough.
We used to take fucking 4 spoons of sugar.
Me, I used to take about 6 sugars years ago, man.
Christ.
Yeah.
At least. I'd probably try in about
Half
4 or 5, 6 or whatever. But what I used to keep doing was I'd just taste it. If it wasn't sweet enough, I'd try another fucking...
Jesus.
This was years ago, like, but... Yeah, and then
Diabetes.
someone said to me, like, put in 2 sugars and just stir the fuck out of it. And just, like, actually, like, give the sugar a chance to dissolve so you can taste it in the tea, like, so
I bet you
I was just lobbing in fucking spoons of
without
sugar.
stirring it.
It started a little bit, but not enough, like. But yeah, fucking about 6 of them. My brother's the same. My older brother, he still takes about 6 sugars, like, he's older than me. I've told him about it now loads of times. I said, it's not good for you.
That's not
You're
good
going
for
to
you.
lose your teeth.
Yeah.
But
That's fine. You don't do much walking anyway, so your legs will be gone, like.
There's a can of Coke have about 9 spoons of sugar inside.
Oh, I don't know,
Yeah, it's
man.
ridiculous. You can get it
That's
up there. It
almost
shows
10
you.
spoons of sugar, like.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
Rounding it down.
Did you ever see that fucking thing? It's a board with all the different drinks on it and it has a bag of sugar beside them to show how much sugar is in each one.
I think Club Orange is the worst, is it?
I don't know.
It's unreal, though, man.
They're all, man, sugar is so
Fucking
bad.
bits of turnip inside in it. Bits of turnip.
Bits of turnip
It's
in.
a turn up in Club Orange.
Yeah.
That's Club Turn Up, man.
You're messing. Yeah, you're thinking of Club Turnip, Mikey. That's the stuff they only sell out the country. We've never seen that.
It's just, I'm gasping for an old turnip.
Beetroot flavoured Fanta, huh?
Turnip.
That's
No,
what
bit of turnip.
That's what
parsnip.
Mike used to drink in the fucking old carton there before the Hurtland match.
And an old cherry parsnip.
A bottle of pop.
An old bottle of pop there
No,
and a porridge
an old-
sandwich.
A nice cauliflower smoothie then after that.
A ham sandwich with a few scallions in it.
A bit of beetroot.
Yeah.
That's what, man.
All they were having was a simple old salad. A simple old salad.
You used to do some impressions of them years ago now. You had the whole thing learned off.
I had the video done when I was about 14. I used to go from pub to pub in Kilkee when I was about 14, man, doing it.
Yeah.
And I swear, I got a few
A
quid
fake
for it now.
ID, did you?
What?
Fake ID.
Ah, man. Back in the day,
Back
we
in
just
the day,
fucking,
just walk in, like.
especially in those places.
But I used to be
Kilkee,
going from
Ballygunion
pub to
and
pub. My mother is alcoholic.
that. Ah, man. Yeah, fucking hell. But you're fucking year sober now.
A year sober on Wednesday, yeah.
On Wednesday, 365 days, badge and all on the old fucking keys. Let's check that one out.
Upstairs.
Zoom in on that there, Mikey.
Zoom in on that there, Mikey.
You got it? Can you see it?
No.
365. Can you read it now?
Doesn't matter.
We told you what it says anyway. You can trust
Staying
us.
sober 365 days, one day at a
It's
time,
Snapchatted.
on my nana's grave. And
Got
that's
all
just
that
to
into
prove
one
it.
keyring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's just to prove it's for real, because I swore on my nana's grave.
yeah,
You know what us boys from my house are like, no one was around.
yeah. There's gas, man. That's
And I
like-
swear to God, we used to take it so little, like And if you were telling a lie and one of the boys went, swear on your nana's grave, you wouldn't swear.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it.
I know lads, man, that are like full-grown adults that they're still like that. Like, that's all you have to do. If they're ever like to, you just go, swear so. And no, no. And they're always like, no, I don't swear no more. I stopped doing that. And you're like, you're lying, bollocks.
Right, either that or stick out your tongue and show me the black line.
Would you lie though and swear on your nana's grave now?
Yeah, not a bother.
It's stupid, like, isn't it?
But you wouldn't.
Fuck
But you
what she
wouldn't.
said,
You
like.
Still,
wouldn't give a
yeah.
fuck. You got hash. I don't have hash. You do have hash. Swear. Nah. Empty out your pockets.
What does that even mean? Like, you'd say something now when you go, I swear on my mother's life. Because that means kind of like, if I'm lying, my mother will die. Do you know, but swear on my nana's grave, what's going to happen then?
She'd probably come back to life and haunt us.
Is it?
Yeah.
Might as well bring her nana back for the laugh. Go around telling lies and just swear on her grave.
Yeah,
See
she'd
what
make me a cup of tea though.
Fold up an old fiver and stick it into your hand.
Last week. Last
Blue.
fucking week. Look, mould in the fucking tea bag. And I came here first before Eugene. Eugene came in last and gets a cup of tea.
And you weren't able to fucking drink a cup of tea last week. You're lying.
Cut.
Swear on your nana's grave. I won.
Fucking.
Spitting blood.
Yeah, well, she got a tooth out as well. We were talking to him.
No.
Just before you would say, he called out to me and his mouth's in bits as well. Like,
Yeah.
y'all go to the same dodgy fucking dentist or what?
I don't know what the fuck was
Veterinarian.
His got infected, and it was the same thing. Like about a week afterwards,
His tooth got
whole
infected, or
pain in his face is
man,
gum.
like, for the last week, I felt like. Do you know what made it worse? Is I came home. I came home, had a bite to eat, right, and my face was so numb. It wasn't until about 3 or 4 hours later when the numbness wore off. I was like, a massive pain. It wasn't my fucking gum where the tooth was taken out. On my lip, I had a chunk out of my lip, man. I didn't even realise it.
Because your face was numb.
Because my face was numb. Took a chunk.
Fuck's sake.
So I partially cannibalised myself.
That's mental, isn't it? That you can actually numb yourself like that to where you can't even feel pain.
Yeah.
Like that shit baffles me. I remember it happened to my brother years ago as well. He was getting a tattoo done and he used the numbing cream. So that shit, it just makes your arm go numb or whatever part of your body you put it on.
Oh.
But he put it on and put on the stencil and then didn't like it. So he didn't like where it was positioned or something. So he went to scrub it off and he used one of those green scouring things and it wasn't coming off, like, so he just kept wearing into it with the scouring pad because he couldn't feel anything, like. And by the time he fucking got it off, his whole fucking arm was destroyed. It was like a burn mark, like. Took the skin all off his fucking arm. It was disgusting. Disgusting.
Mark there to this day, no.
I think he got a tattoo over it then after that, so you probably can't see it anyway.
Covered them anyway, didn't he?
That was my other brother, yeah.
Oh.
But two of them, I have a good few of them.
Did your other brother have any?
Few, yeah. David has a few of them, alright. Yeah, Eddie's fucking destroyed. Like, he's hardly any room left to get any more tattoos at this stage, like. Bare, like, he's nothing below the wrist or above the neck or anything like that. Like, his legs, his back, his chest, full arms, sleeves, everything. Mad. Madness. I'd love to go in.
I would myself.
Oh, big massive dragon.
Is it
With
dragon?
all
I thought it
fucking,
was a ship.
But it's all all the Japanese fucking style with the wind bears and the fucking.
Koi-fish.
He had a koi fish somewhere else. I think he might have got that covered up. He's deadly for getting tattoos covered up as well. But yeah, I'd love to go in and get these striding tattoos, but I can't decide on even one tattoo that I want to commit to, like, because I have tattoos and they're shit. Like, I got them years ago, and I don't really like them now. So.
Who was the tattoo I got off your brother?
Yeah.
Like Eddie was gonna open up his own tattoo parlour.
No,
or he was
wasn't
gonna do it
even.
from home or something, wrong, was he?
No, he
But
was just
looking
doing
for a
it.
couple of lab rats.
He used to sell tattoo supplies, like. He used to sell all the stuff, like, for tattoo artists, like. But so he just started messing around himself, and then it's just like, if anyone wants me done, he did a lot of fucking nice ones, like. But he obviously did some not so nice ones as well.
So I used to go to school where he was a fucking retard. he got a tattoo gun when he was fucking 14 or 15, like. He did a big box on his arm, on his forearm, with Nike swoosh in the middle of it. Like, he looked like a fucking child did it with a crayon. And he'd go around showing everybody.
Thinking he was the man, yeah.
They
had one of the girls in my class as well. She had a Johnny Brubaker jacket. And she didn't want it. She wanted a Nike jacket, so her grandmother went away and sewed and like cut a Nike sign, her own little fucking design of a Nike sign. Man, it looked like a bent banana. And sewed it onto the back of the jacket.
Onto Johnny Brubaker jacket. Remember them? They were a copy of Tommy Hilfiger, was it?
Yeah.
They had the same kind of fucking
same logo, yeah.
And it said Johnny Brubaker.
Johnny Brubaker, yeah.
Oh, lads, yeah. My father had one of them for years.
He
I don't
still
know
has
where
it.
he got it out of. He probably does. He doesn't give a fuck. He hasn't a notion then, like, If someone said to him, like, that's just a copy of Tommy Hilfiger, he'd be like, oh, copy of what?
To think about it, man. My father don't give a fuck either. Like,
Yeah.
I called up with ourselves out to my mother's house last night, and so my father was told that we were calling out. Up the door there, he was standing in his chair.
Fuck off.
He was standing in his chair. I comes out the house, give him a hug. I will not give him a fucking hug. and he's standing there with a horn, probably because he saw me.
Flashback. At that age. Jesus, fair play.
Yes, man. He's a highly sexed man, Jude's father, isn't he? A highly
Probably have
sexed
brothers and sisters you don't know about.
The ones I don't know about, I don't want to know about. So come here to my me. Yeah. He's no shame, the cunt, man. I swear to God, like, he's the only man he used to wear short pants in blizzards, like. But no, in his defense, his fabulous legs.
Yeah.
He
Might
has
as well
lovely
show him
legs.
off then, I suppose.
Yeah. And I'm not joking when I say that, like, if my father has luscious legs, women are jealous of him, like. And they're here to be known, and they're jet black.
Yeah.
Glossy as fuck.
Straight out the salon, boy.
Yeah. Jack, that's what they used to call him, Jack Sunbeds.
Yeah.
As simple as that slagging was, like, it fit. Looked like he did a lot of sunbeds. A lot of them, like. He did about 7.5 minutes in Zanet.
Fuck that. It's all related, isn't it?
No.
Turbo beds inside there, like.
Yeah.
So I heard. I don't know.
I never asked you, did you fucking do the flotation tank?
Oh, I did,
You
yeah.
Three
never
times.
talked about that, did you?
Yeah, myself and the missus went to do them.
What was it like?
Fucking.
Did you trip?
Not really, no. Oh man, there was float tanks. Fucking. We went to Revive out there by Raheen, isn't it? Revive? Is there something else? Is it just Revive? I think it's Revive or Revival. Fucking hell, I can't remember now. But yeah, we did them anyway. The fucking things, man. Just a big pod. You go in. So weird. Like, as soon as you try to sit in the water, you start floating. And then you just close down the pod, and it's like the way I wanted it anyway, was just pitch dark. You can leave the light on in there if you want, or just float with complete darkness, no sound or anything like that. It's fucking weird, man. You'd want to do like your first float is probably just going to be getting used to it, and you won't really be able to drift off or anything like. But yeah, I was just kind of getting used to it towards the end, and I think I fell asleep. It's so weird that I don't even know like if I fell asleep or if I woke up, because whether like a lot of times I couldn't even tell if I had to check if my eyes were open or closed, because it's pitch dark. So even when you open your eyes, you still can't see fuck all. You close your eyes, there's no difference. And then after a while, you're lying there, and it literally feels like you're floating around through space. And you're in this, like, the pod is small enough, but
Like, if you won't move around, would you be able to touch the sides, feel grounded?
I think, yeah,
That'd be a
in
massive
certain
thing for me,
parts
like,
I
I'd
can.
probably
Mikey
get-
fucking definitely will be able to anyway.
Long arms.
Yeah, but yeah, there's certain parts like where
He's in next door as well, good.
yeah,
You can do that from next door.
yeah.
Robert Wadlow.
But it feels like you're just like, so the way it works anyway, it's the water's heated to skin temperature, and it's full of Epsom salts, so that you just float on the water. You don't like fall into it. It's a weird fucking feeling. So you're floating, but you can't really feel the water.
It's the Epsom
And then
salts that fucking that
keep
kind
you
of
up, like.
equalise the buoyancy there.
Yeah, it just makes you fucking float. Yeah,
It was the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
yeah,
The spot, apparently it's impossible to drown the Dead Sea. Like.
yeah.
There's so
It
much
is.
salt
It's so
there.
weird, man. It pushes you back up. Even if you try to go in and sit down on the floor of the tank, like, it just pushes you back up. It's weird, like. The water's not that deep. It's only probably about 18 inches or something, if even that. But yeah, you can't fall into it or anything, like. So you're just fucking floating there anyway in darkness, and after a while you've like, the whole thing is it's supposed to deprive you of all your senses. You can't see anything, hear anything, smell anything, blah blah blah. So then your brain just kind of goes a bit weird, because there's no
I
sensory
can imagine you get a bit panicky.
stimulus.
Though.
Nah,
At
I
the
didn't
start,
anyway at
no?
all. No, I think I was just really looking forward to it. A lot of people have said to me they're claustrophobic and they're this and that, so they wouldn't do it. There is no feeling of like being locked in or closed in. If anything, it feels like you're fucking tiny and you're in just this vast space. It's so weird. Like it's just like you're floating in darkness, and there's no walls or anything like that, so you don't feel closed in. You know, there are, like, but you can't see them. But yeah, and then there'll be times where you'll be floating along and you'll just tip the side of the tank, and it kind of it'll jerk you out of it. You're like, ah, fuck, I was nice and relaxed there. So you just kind of barely touch it with your finger, and it feels like you just take off flying, like as if you're just flying for ages and ages, drifting along in one direction. Then eventually you will tap the other side of the tank, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, so weird. You're obviously not really moving that fast or whatever, but it feels like you're just zipping along through space.
Some people actually trip out, though, don't they?
Yeah, you can, like.
Experience.
I went the second time then, because the first time, like I said, you're just kind of getting used to it now, like. And
2 for 1 voucher.
yeah, it is. That's what they do when you go. If you bring a friend out there, they give you a free second float, which is fucking brilliant, like, because it's like 65 quid or something a float. And then when you come out there, they're like, here's a voucher for your next one is free. Like, ah, sweet. Because they know, like, that the first one is very hard to get your head around, so you'll be more relaxed on the second one.
How many one did you do?
2, just did the 2. But yeah, it's cool now, alright. It's supposed to be very good as well for like athletes and shit like that, where, you know, because you're lying there and you're not supporting your skeleton or anything like that. It's just
G-trained as well.
Yeah, he does them the whole time apparently. Yeah, you'd have to put up pictures, but yeah, they're cool. They're a cool old thing. I would definitely recommend everyone to try it at least once anyway and see what it's like, or try it at least twice. Yeah.
Get you one for your birthday, Jude.
But yeah, you could definitely start tripping and shit. They're alright.
Get me one for my year 1, will you?
Of course.
Yeah. And if not, look, if you can't get one of those, just get me a simple cup of tea also for that.
Jesus Christ. And did he had a cup of tea, like, didn't he?
Yes.
I imagine things you did, dirty bastard, after all that.
That was the cup.
Yeah. You just drank yours before me and then give Mikey awful abuse.
Might as well finish this now.
What time, lads? We're fucking gone the hour, are we?
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough.
55 minutes.
55?
Is it take time for a bit of taking the mic, eh? Sure.
Boys, I didn't fucking prepare anything else.
You didn't prepare taking the Mikey?
Nah.
Ah, man, we've had requests every week for taking the Mikey.
2 weeks, you useless, lazy prick.
One, so.
There was one fella was using his stuff on Tinder and all, like, hit him up with a Mikey if you have a few.
I have one, like.
Go on, sir. This is...
What's big in yellow and can't swim? One. Bus full of children.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That was taking the Mikey.
Taking the Mikey. Rosie, you're welcome. You asked for it. Yeah, they can't complain if they're asking for it. Ah, goddamn.
The Mason Greenwood offence, is it? Can't complain if we're asking for it. You're
Jesus
that bold
Christ.
bastard.
Not at all. She wasn't asking for it, that's the whole point. Did you hear the audio?
I did, yeah.
Scumbag bastard. People need to stop fucking defending that shit, man. It fucking bothers me, like. Doesn't matter if you're
Like,
in a
he
relationship
sounded
with the
like
person.
a right fucking angry prick as well, yeah.
Arrogant little fucking prick. Entitled little fucker. Pussy at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Anyone who carries on, any man who carries on like that is a fucking pussy.
He's not a man at all, no.
Plain and simple.
Where's R. Kelly now? What's happened to him?
He's locked up, isn't he, no?
Good.
And it was like, he was the fucking same. People, because they were a fan of him, were defending him. Fuck you. It doesn't matter if he's good at a particular thing, you still can't be carrying on like that, like. Fucking idiot.
And the one that he married, is she dead now, is she?
Who was that, R. Kelly?
Yeah, no, the one that he
14
married.
when he married her, was he?
15
Oh,
or something.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she died in a plane crash, wasn't it? Years ago. She was very young when she died as well. Because he married her when she was only 15, was that? 15, 16 or something?
So, yeah.
Yeah, fucking snake.
Did he go to a state where that was legal or something?
Yeah, Vegas or some shit like that, was it? He took her off somewhere anyway and like married her on the sly. Apparently. Scumbag.
God bless you.
Fucked up thing is I used to like his music as well.
Yeah. Turn you off, like, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Sick fuck. He was a sick little bastard.
Like he did a couple of songs for that one of my favourite films.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Yeah, I was joking.
Man, when that came out, was it 94, 95? I must have been in the cinema at least 20 times.
Wow. Fuck's
And I'd
sake.
go on my own to watch it as well.
I think I might have seen it
I used
once.
to rob
I
money
can't
off my
remember.
mother with him.
I
Was
used
it
to-
like £2.30 or something for the ticket?
Yeah.
Fuck you, ma'am. No Super King for you
We
today.
used to always stake into the Savoy. There was always a way of getting into the Savoy. Like, you could either just like send one of the lads in to buy a ticket and then you could open the emergency exit.
Yeah.
Either in the screen, in the cinema screen, there's an emergency exit in every one of them, so we could go around the back and wait in the lane. One of the boys would open the door. Or there was the stairs there where you could go up the other stairs, like if you were going up to the arcade or the pool room and just wait halfway up the stairs and one of the boys would open the door.
You and the
Anyway.
rats would all fucking go in.
Yeah, the place is fucking wrecked for a finish. There'd be rats running around and all that. Disgusting.
It's a grand old spot for snooker tables, that, yeah? There's a bowling alley and all up there, isn't it?
There was, yeah. All the arcade games and pool tables. We used to fucking hang around there the whole time. There's loads of those places back in the day. Like, they're all gone now, really.
Yeah.
There's no, like, proper...
The one
like,
we used to hang
arcades.
around is still going there. We used to hang around in the bowl itself over in...
Oh,
Or
yeah.
that
Yeah, I suppose that's still there, alright, yeah.
Don't recognise O'Connell Street at all anymore, and it's getting different by the day as well with all the stuff being built down there. Like, so.
O'Connell Street. Yeah, they're very annoying, man. They dug up the whole fucking road to do a stupid
Pedestrian,
paving thing that no one cares about. And you're like, alright, what are you doing here? Like,
Water fountains.
Yeah, so the fucking waste the money on that. Like I'm Russia on the verge of fucking invading us.
Yeah, you'd want to start keeping your money for I don't know, what could we buy to use against them? There isn't much we can do with them. Show fork slings.
I tell you, man, if that ever happens, like the best thing you can do is bend over and just get ready for it.
Learn to speak Russian.
But
yeah, I don't know, man. Probably won't happen. It'll probably all be grand. Not to worry about.
That's about it, Baz.
That's about it, is it, so, boys?
yeah, fuck up, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully anyway this episode fucking came out alright now. Hopefully, says you.
Hopefully in a few weeks we might get a few guests on.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Just we just need to get a few old episodes under our someone who matters.
And I'd make him a cup of tea, Jude, as well. Don't worry about that.
I know you would, you snaky
Sound man like that, Mikey.
Oh, I'm mad.
Yeah, we need to get now a few.
There's a fella on TikTok. I'd love to get him on here. That's nice. No, starving. Have to add something. That I'd love to have him on. Talk about because he's a guard buster, like.
Oh yeah.
Talk about busting the guards. I'll send him a message on TikTok, like. See
yeah. He's Limerick, is he?
He's Limerick, yeah.
Yeah, we must send him out. Send me on his name. Actually, I forget what it is. Fuck yeah.
That's nice. No, no butter. Divine.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, we just needed to get a few episodes under the old belt there to get back into the swing of doing this, man. The first episode back, I wasn't nervous or anything like that, but I just felt so awkward.
Yeah.
I was very aware of everything again.
I'm still awkward. This is your third episode. Like,
yeah, I'm still. That's what I'm saying. I'm still not like back into the swing of it or whatever. Yeah. But like, I was very aware of the cameras. Like, I'm very aware of like I'm being recorded, like all that kind of shit. Like, once you're settled in, that kind of goes away. Like, but. Yeah, just that awkward feeling was there now for the last 1 or 2 episodes, but we'll get back into the swing of it, sure, and we'll start getting a few guests on and things like that, as Russell would say. Yeah. So we leave it there, so anyway, for this week. Yeah. Mikey's giving me the old cut it off and it'll break you up motion.
At Mikey 3 Screens, if you want to, on TikTok, if you want to see all the old classic clips, you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah. Mikey started a TikTok account at Mikey 3 Screens, the number 3 at Mikey, number 3 Screens.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the old classic bits from the podcast around there. I fucking roaring laughing at some of them, and I forgot about them, like, and they pop up on my TikTok.
That gun one was comical.
The gun one, yeah.
There's like, forgot about that.
There's Americans now like giving out about I hate to see people messing around with guns. The trigger discipline is awful in this video, and I'll fuck off, Yanks. Obsessed with guns there. Yeah. We just has the crack with guns over here. Know what I mean? Don't be too serious, like.
Wall to wall guns over there, huh?
Silly boys. Yeah, go on, shall we wrap it up, so Mikey?
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
Thanks, you guys. See ya.
Check it easy.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Let's get that into your motto.